All right, we're live. We're live. What's up, Kay? How are you?
Good.
Hello, everyone. Comment.
Kay try to get in there before me. Never.
Sorry. Had my phone volume up. That's awkward. Now we're double hearing ourselves. Anyways, how have you guys been? A refund? What a refund for? Well, bad news. We don't make any money here. So.
No refunds available.
No refunds available. Well, how you guys been?
I feel like shit today. Sorry, bad word already. Strike. I feel like caca today.
Why?
But I'm good.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm just getting sick. So
sick
I forced myself to go to the
my shit or what?
That too. I'm always sick of that, but I forced myself to go to the gym and sit in the sauna and stuff.
Yeah, you're probably already dehydrated. That's probably the issue. Well, anyways, I guess we can hop into it here. We were talking last time about Varginha. What's up, Kay? We're talking last time about Varginha. I did that quick little stream a couple days ago during that little press conference that they had, and nothing too crazy came out of it. I mean, there was some interesting stuff, and we'll play it. But one of the more interesting things is James Fox, the guy who did the documentary, came out and said that one of the officials, what country was it? Was it Brazil? Yeah, Brazil. One of the officials from Brazil came out and said that it was a legit incident and that they handed the bodies over to the U.S.
Yeah, the defense minister of Brazil at the time, right? Yeah.
That's what it was.
Of course they handed it over to the U.S.
Yeah. Like, how did we even know it fucking happened? I'm sure with radar and shit. And like,
nah, they were watching, man.
Yeah. We've been worried about that shit for so long. I bet you they knew the second, wherever it came from.
That's what I feel like, and then they, magically,
that's
like
crazy.
there's these they don't know when a meteor like the one that happened in Massachusetts, that there was no warning that there's going to be this meteor or something, but like they're definitely watching.
Yeah, 100% they're watching.
You know what I mean? Like in tracking this stuff.
Considering how far back they've been doing this or known about it and been involved with it. For them to even react like that and to just have it handed over to them, they're pulling some shit. But also, you see what Mateus just said.
Yeah, I saw that. I was reading some about that earlier, and it sounds good. I definitely agree with it. Israeli intelligence services have been declared the #1 threat to American national security. Yeah, that's right. They probably are. But like,
we knew this.
What's gonna happen with it? Like, is our they're still going to be allowed into everything. They're still a part of our military funding. They're still.
Who made this declaration too? I didn't hear about this.
I'm not sure. Probably some former military analyst who does their own analysis.
Yeah. Or like freelancer defense.
There's a lot of people who actually do that.
Yeah, so basically, apparently, is recent reports of Pentagon and DIA raising Israel's counterintelligence threat level to critical, reportedly highest level in the system because of concerns about Israeli spying on U.S. officials and policy discussions.
Oh, they're worried about it now.
Well, didn't Trump supposedly have an argument with Netanyahu, and now Trump is petty, so now he's like, "You're enemy #1."
Yeah.
Didn't he just go behind his back and start attacking again?
Yeah, they just started attacking again. Like, this shit's not ending. That war over there is not ending.
And the thing Queck said that I started watching, and it's like the Al Jazeera put out an hour-long documentary on.
You watch it all?
IDF? No, not all of it. I just started it. But what IDF is doing to the people of Palestine.
It is some of the most disgusting and vile shit.
It is up even the right mindset to watch that, man.
And people are always going to argue, well, wartime, and that's not Israel. That's
Nah.
individual soldiers. I know, but I'm saying, people are going to say that.
Yeah,
that's going to be the defense. Is that's individual soldiers. That's not Israel. Like
we'll talk about that documentary on Friday. Might even play clips of it. But I would challenge anybody to watch that and try to justify the shit that's said in there. It is the most, it is beyond shit you hear about in World War II. It is just disgusting. I can't even, you just got to watch it, man. You got to watch it. There's another one I found I'm going to watch that was put out in 2022, and it was about the prior wars, and it has interviews with IDF soldiers, and they're just laughing about some of the stuff they did. And I'll leave it at that. You can use your mind to figure out what stuff I'm talking about, but
clips of it. I think I've seen it.
Yeah, that's our greatest ally. All right. We're gonna get into the Israel stuff, but we got to cover this Varginha stuff because it's interesting. We like aliens, and I'm sorry.
Yes, so aliens, friend of the show.
Friends.
No, they're not.
What do you mean? No, yes, they are.
No, aliens.
You're friends of me and Ponte because they be listening. When you look
with arms wide open,
just send Jay to Pluto or something, man. They'll be over there.
You guys are welcome.
If I have to go to a planet, I want to go to Mars so I can see that obelisk.
No, you don't get to pick when you want segregation, fam. You get segregated to Pluto.
Oh, okay. So I see what I'm getting treated like. All right. But anyways, this is James Fox. See, Mateus is with me. Too many abduct to be considered friendly. Thank you.
They're just doing research.
Okay, dude.
It's the U.S. government.
Are you okay with the research they're doing?
Well, then you can't support animal research.
There's a difference between animals and humans.
What do you mean?
No, we're an animal to them.
Yeah.
They might look at us and think, look at these stupid monkeys.
That doesn't make it okay for us. Doesn't mean I have to be like, oh yeah, they're a higher intelligence than me. They can actually just take my kids. It's actually beneficial to them.
But do we not do this to animals and stick them in zoos?
Yeah, but they're animals. Like the animals probably aren't okay with it either, but it's what it is.
Exactly. But what if we're just like monkeys and gorillas to them?
Yeah.
If we learn to communicate with them, they're like, oh man, you guys can actually think. We've watched you blow each other up for hundreds of years.
You actually know how to use that thing in your head?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we'd ever get that far. We'd probably try to kill them pretty soon. Actually, we probably have. We probably have a few in captivity.
Well, don't you remember that video we showed where they shot down the alleged UFO?
Oh, yeah. Which, like you just said about a lot of this abduction phenomenon being an American government, I kind of buy into that shit, to be all honest with you. And
yeah, I do.
Even these craft,
I could see that too. Yeah, the aliens are like, what the fuck, man? We're not doing anything.
Bro, they need subjects for things like Project Montauk and MK Ultra. They need people from somewhere.
Yep.
And oh man, there's a
sit you in a chair and try to melt your brain with someone that is, has higher brain function, that is tuned up on LSD, and they just stare at you and like shake. Like a scary movie, your nose starts bleeding, your eyes start bleeding. They're like, yes, we've got a powerful one.
Why shake? Why just stare at you and shake?
There's a guy on YouTube who he does these book reviews of like all the books he reads are about the occult and these weird topics, and a lot of them are oddly expensive. I just wrote it down on a sticky note, so I remember to pull it up on the next stream. But he did one book review, and it's a German book, and I think they had like one copy or one publication that was in English, and it was about the connection between a lot of UFO abduction cases and military intelligence and stuff. And there was a lot of intertwining in it. And the book was like suspiciously like $300, and you can't find it.
Yeah, because most people don't read, let alone spend $300 to read.
Right. There's
I bet you you can find a copy of PDF online.
a lot of them you
Send me-
can,
send-
and he does say
Send me the
that.
link as well. Of the
Okay.
guy.
Yeah, I will. His channel's amazing. He does a lot of Israel books too, and those ones are crazy expensive. But
Yeah, I
anyways,
like that kind of thing. Some books are hard to get hold of, man.
oh, 100%. But anyways, let's watch this video of James Fox before we get off on another rabbit hole.
Witnesses of entities of non-human sentient beings connected to the craft. Don't take it from me. Some of these reports come directly out of the United States Air Force's own files.
Mhm.
In fact, the very scientist who coined the phrase close encounters of the third kind investigated cases for the United States Air Force from 1947 to 1969, Dr. J. Allen Hynek. According to Hynek, it was cases like those that the United States Air Force desperately tried to keep secret, because it's one thing to try and confuse the public with weather balloons and swamp gas, and another entirely different when dealing with credible reports of non-human beings on the ground. I personally investigated one such case for over 16 years. The case occurred in Varginha, Brazil in 1996 and involves dozens of first-hand reports of UAP and direct contact with living, intelligent, non-human beings who, according to multiple Brazilian witnesses, were flown out of Brazil to the United States in January of 1996. Recently, the former Brazilian Ministry of Defense, Aldo Rebelo, confirmed the incident occurred and stated, if the U.S. disclosed information on this case, then we in Brazil could do the same. Mr. President, I'm respectfully requesting that you declassify and release all files related to this case and others like it. We, the people, have a right to know. Reality should not be classified. Thank you.
Facts. Well said. Reality should not be fucking classified.
Yep, I completely agree with that. I think the thing I took away from that was him talking about the Brazilian government. And to me, it sounded like essentially they can't say anything until the United States government releases the information first.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
They're
wild.
probably
Dude.
under like a bind an NDA.
And then why did look? There's probably a good justification as to why the U.S. went down there and took the bodies. The justification is probably like Brazil was like, "What the fuck is this? Get a hold of the Americans now!" Like,
Well, then supposedly people getting sick too.
yeah, the people getting sick, and then I don't know. It kind of makes me think too that like there's got to be. It's going to sound crazy, but like a world organization that knows about this shit.
Well,
For a
like
whole-
a
for
treaty
sure.
between all countries and Antarctica.
Something, dude. Like, why wouldn't we hear from like? Then why wouldn't these little countries talk about it? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll take their funding. You want your $2 billion a year? Better keep your mouth shut.
Yep, that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
And that's
Not
why.
too long, okay. It's only just started.
Yeah, it's
Like
shit
a month?
too.
What is it, like
Yeah.
3 weeks, 4 weeks?
It's probably been like a month.
But
because
also
they
the
did-
news has always reported on like, like especially local news is right.
Yeah.
Like, supposed alien seen over the mountain,
Yeah.
on this weekend. Here's a video, like kind of as a
I
gag.
was just
reel,
saying
but-
more like in terms of the disclosure, like what the government has actually come
Oh
out
yeah,
with.
yeah.
yeah, it's like a month
Obviously on
old,
news, it's been around.
and then they've been skipping releases. Like they didn't even release any last week when they were supposed to. So they're
Mhm.
probably actually done. This is all we'll ever get.
Unfortunately, like, and it goes back, and he even said it in that clip. All the Air Force stuff. We
Yeah.
saw the FBI stuff. We didn't see much Air Force stuff. We
And
even
what did
saw
they
the
say?
FBI's thing that says in their
Mhm.
orders, whatever you want to call it, SOP, standard operating procedures, is we just hand it over to the Air Force.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
And
like
that's
how
actually
much
true.
Yeah, how much
Yeah.
stuff are we missing?
Yeah, like where's the shit from the Air Force and the Navy? Because we know
Yeah.
they were the ones who were investigating the shit. At least in the early days, it probably got shifted to some organization. That's all they do. But at least in the early days, it was for sure the Air Force.
Yeah, Carl,
and Navy.
that's what we do. That's our favorite pastime.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Thank you, Carl. Thank you for joining in.
Mhm.
You're now part of the circle.
You're part of it.
You're in the circle, Carl. You can't leave.
But yeah,
Anyways.
it's all inconsequential. It's all we
Yeah,
want
like
to see.
nothing's ever going to happen with it. Well, I mean, I don't know. Something is going to happen. He said, all right. Something is going to happen with it. I think we're going to show a clip here earlier, but I think this Spielberg movie is going to hint to a lot of what they're going to release. And
What's that soft disclosure thing we've always talked about? Like,
Right.
all right, let's get the reactions of people seeing
Yeah.
this and how they feel about it. And
yeah, and that government report came out that when they were talking to the pastures, the disclosure plan was basically aliens are real and they created us. There's no God. And then obviously that they got the feedback that, hey, this is going to make people freak the fuck out. Then they had
Yeah.
the meeting with the pastors to get the story right. Like,
everyone
We'll
get
see.
on the same page. Everyone get on the same page.
Well,
That's
you're
what I
saying
mean.
that, yeah.
And that's why it's taken so long. And I think that's why
Yeah.
the dates are missed on these things being released, because maybe, as it comes down for like the last sign off, as you know, like with the government, it's on the commander's desk, and then he finally reads it because he's the final signature, and he goes, oh, wait, no, this doesn't line up. We have to change this around, and then they pull down everything to be reviewed again.
Yeah.
So I think it's always been that. And I think maybe they have been working at this release for 10 years, 15 years.
that's my thing though. That's like the one thing where I'm like, I don't know if that's the case, because they've known about this shit for 40 decades.
Well, I'm
Since-
saying they knew about it, but the plan to release it.
Yeah, okay, maybe. But the internet's been in full speed since, let's just say, when did YouTube come out? 2006. Let's just say 2006. 20 years. Like, the early days of YouTube was nothing but conspiracies. 4-hour conspiracy videos on whatever you want. It was the golden era.
Yeah.
Okay. They should have been figuring it out since then. They should have had a plan.
Maybe they were. Yeah. I mean, I just feel like Hollywood is not to. I agree with you. It could be possible, but I've always felt like Hollywood is a tool, or
100%.
can be
Yeah.
a tool of information and perception. I mean, we know that the woman's body, what used to be considered ideal to what is now, and that was all done through pretty much Hollywood.
And now
Same
they have
with-
Ellen Page playing Achilles. What a disgrace. What a downgrade, dude. We went from Brad Pitt to Ellen Page.
Have you seen all the videos making fun of it, like the AI videos? Like they put
Yeah.
her in the position of what's his name in 300.
Oh,
And she tries
Leonidas.
to kick the dude, and he's just like, or he. Sorry. He. It's
Oh,
not-
don't. No, we're not doing that. We're not. All right, let's watch this clip of David Grusch. This was after the press conference when they were taking questions. And I don't remember exactly what the question was, but hopefully you can hear it. When I was watching the press conference, you couldn't really hear the question. So hopefully it's a little better, but no guarantees.
How many species? Recent reports have said that there are perhaps 4 different alien species.
You guys hear that?
How many species are you aware of?
I certainly don't have the compendium. It's a continuum from corporeal bipedal type life to what I would consider like sentient plasmoid life, but there are several that the U.S. government is aware of.
All right, let's listen to that again, because I have no clue what corporeal bipedal means, but let's just listen to his response again. Somebody asked him about non-human intelligence, so biologics. That's what he was asking.
How many species are you aware of?
How many species?
I certainly don't have the compendium. It's a continuum from corporeal bipedal type life to what I would consider as like sentient plasmoid life. But there are several that the U.S. government is aware of.
What the fuck is that?
Corporeal bipedal is like a physical entity that walks on two legs.
Okay.
Bipedal
Okay.
meaning two legs. Corporeal is like having a physical body.
Okay. And then the
The
other
weird
one
one is sentient plasma. The fuck?
yeah, sentient plasma. Is that like the orbs? That's what I took out of it.
It could be. Like, do you remember?
Ponte, I think you're
I'm
muted.
not saying that it's this, but oh, go on, Ponte. What would you say?
No, I said it could very well could be like it's because you remember that one they were talking about in the files. The first set that came out, they said that there was that red like mother and like things kept coming off of it.
Also coming out of it.
Yeah.
The other one I was gonna say is I'm not saying it is this video, but do you remember that video I showed with a woman and she said the name Jesus and that orb started like sort of vibrating. You could see like these waves inside it. What if that's what?
Yeah, they're watching UAPs in the night sky when they say like in the name of Jesus or whatever. You can see they react, and
that could be that kind of thing could be the sentient plasma, maybe.
Yeah, like
exactly, Matthias. Yeah, like,
yep, spiritual energy. Like that's one of the things I've always thought is, what if this is all just a deception to get us away from the spiritual aspect of it? Like
it's all piggybacking for Project Bluebeam. Oh, what did I do?
Well, that's all I wanted to ask you both as well about that. Like you said, their plan is to come out and say, "Oh, aliens are real. They created us. God isn't real." But do you think it's a case of God isn't real and they're going to pastors and shit saying, "Look, we need you to agree with us to go with their narrative," or is it that we need you to explain the truth?
I think it's got to be to get there. Go ahead.
Well, I think it's some level or just trying to bridge the gap type thing. Well, like this is what we're going to say it is. You guys need to start, coming up on how you're going to talk to your flock and how it can relate in a different, you know what I mean? Like how it can relate to the Bible and because we've talked about it, but like a lot of everyday, Christians and any religion, they're not super deep into it and making connections from, like entity, aliens, UFOs, possibly being demons type thing, or like,
Yeah.
So even calling them all demons specifically, I think that's just to push us away from looking too much into it.
Well, of course. I mean, and I
be.
think they know, except for a small group at the end of the day, I don't think people are going to hold on to this.
No.
It's just going to be another thing where, it comes out and sure. And then there's people are too narrow-minded. They're just going to drive on with their day. Okay. Aliens exist. Like I don't, not going to bother me, not going to deal with it. If I don't see it, it's not real type thing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's some of that to it, but then it's got to be more though. Why would the government be so worried about it? Like, it's got to be something that's going to affect the vast majority.
Well, yeah, I mean, just the knowledge of it too. But I think we're so desensitized now, and that's what I've always said is it's been this long-term thing where Hollywood media has desensitized people towards all these things. That soft disclosure side where they've like in the 90s and stuff, and how many alien movies were coming out.
Yeah,
they were everywhere in your face, and they're still coming out. And people probably subconsciously, after seeing all these things, that idea isn't as far-fetched to them anymore because they've seen it played out on the screen so many times in front of them. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, okay, well, are they the bad type or are they the good type? Oh, don't worry about that. Like,
so that would make sense. Sorry, go on, Jay.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Because the 80s, 90s, all of that shit was coming out. They are earlier alien movies, but I want to say around that 1940s, but it may have been a bit later. There was that thing on the radio where they played a quote unquote prank, pretending that they was being invaded by aliens, and people were freaking out.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, people were freaking out. And
I
then
can imagine why they'd start putting it in movies to try and desensitize people from it over the years.
and it's all the time too. And there are some different takes on it. Like, what's that one with Nicolas Cage? What's the one from with Nicolas Cage where it's aliens, but they take the kids at the end? There's like a cataclysmic event. They take the kids at the end to another planet. You know which one I'm talking about?
No, not off the top. I'm not good with names either.
I can't think of it.
But also, Matthias, yeah, I do. You're already seeing it. You know, people who have said to me that I like to argue with for fun, that I said, well, the government, and they've always supported, like, well, you say the government's all bad and can't be trusted and this and that. And then when I mentioned that, oh, do you know the government is releasing files on aliens? Yeah, well, they could be lying. Like, what are you
I don't know. I kind of feel that way.
It's called Knowing. The movie.
That's it. Yep, that's it. That's a good movie.
I think I've seen it.
Best director of all of our time. Who's that?
Probably because we're from Mars.
Spielberg, are you talking about? Because of the movie we were talking about?
Could be. I don't know of our time, but he's definitely up there for what he's made. All right, this next clip, this next one is just a continuation of the same press conference, but just another take. I don't know if everybody remembers or not, but if you remember a couple of years ago, there was some weird stuff happening in the sky, and there was things blimping in and off a radar, and they told us that it was a Chinese balloon that was slowly going across our airspace, and we just let it do it.
And then we shot it down, didn't we?
And then we shot it down. But if you were really following it, you saw the stuff about it blimping in and out of radar. But then those stories disappeared, and everybody's stuck with the Chinese satellite balloon, which makes no sense, by the way, because the whole theory was they were flying this giant satellite on a balloon over our military bases to gather intelligence. First off, they don't need to do that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That they don't need to do that. All right, let's watch this clip. Let's watch this drive. Tim Burchett, friend of the show.
That's part of the roadblocks. Other roadblocks we've seen, we try to get a committee. We've had staff members try to block us when we first started this thing with that first hearing that Grusch said that there's biological entities. They tried to move it into remember that Russian balloon that flew over? They tried to move it into that. And what was it?
I like Rush, Mr. Yates.
I don't care. No, I know they're not. But they tried to move it into that. We had staff members try to block us. Just the top level. We've been in a skiff before, and we had a member of Congress come in and just try to disrupt the meeting, try to disrupt Grusch, throw him all these trick questions, and he answered every dadgum one of them just right off the bat. He knocked it out of the park. So
if there's
that's part of the
yeah. So they're just dealing with a bunch of skanks.
Skanks. I mean,
I think Geddy Lee is an alien bass pedal.
He play alien bass pedal, keyboards, and vocals. Yeah, he's with Rush.
Oh,
Tom Sawyer, great song.
Okay. Mattea said if you control the flow of information, you can control reality. Yep. Information that is game-changing is to serve specific purpose. They've calculated every possible scenario to their benefit. I agree with that.
Yeah. That's why they're scared of disclosure, because it would break all of that and destroy.
That's what I've been saying all along, is that they're curating it.
Yeah, and they're going to wait until the right time. Like, they're not going to jump the gun on this. If it's not the right time, if it's not going to benefit them, it's not going to come out. Like, it's really that simple.
No, I completely agree with that, and that's why I think it's just so sporadic. So I think, again, something might be in one of them and someone reads it and says, oh, nope. Shelster, what's good?
Hey, what's up, Shelly? All right, this next one is from Steven Spielberg, and he's talking about his new movie, Disclosure Day. Is that the name of it? Disclosure Day?
Yes.
And he's basically just saying, hopefully he says it early because it's a 5-minute clip. I really don't want to listen to his whiny voice, but he basically says it's closer to fact than it is fiction, which just lets you know this dude's in on it. And that's been the speculation from a lot of people, especially surrounding his UFO movies.
Stephen, I want to start with you. This is a theme that you've explored before, which we love.
Yes.
Why was it important to come back to this theme of extraterrestrial life, and how are you continuing the narrative with Disclosure Day?
Well, I think it's a departure from both E.T. and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which could both fall into the fantasy category or into what I call science speculation with Close Encounters as opposed to just pure sci-fi. But I got very, very interested in this subject when people who were in the know.
When the
people in
government
Air
pulled
Force,
me in and said, you need to
Navy
make movies
pilots,
about this.
people in Congress.
Yeah, when the government said, hey, do you want $100 million and we'll make your money for you?
Yeah.
When they all started talking about this after the New York Times in 2017 leaked the Tic Tac footage that we've all heard about and seen, I got really interested in this, not as a science fiction film, but as a kind of summation for me as a filmmaker in this genre that includes both of the aforementioned films. And so I took this subject very seriously because it's something that I think is closer to fact than fiction.
You touched on something that I think was so profound and has stayed with.
Any comments? Any comments?
I mean, I think
Probably
he's in on it. I think he was always in on it.
I think
I
so
think
too.
like it just goes into my thing I've been saying.
I think
Go
I
ahead.
think he's in on it. And if you watch, not so much E.T. I wouldn't say E.T. I mean, there are some aspects of E.T. which are interesting when you go into, like getting sick and all this stuff and some of that. But, obviously it was more of a kid's movie, right? But definitely The Third Kind. You can definitely see where The Third Kind looks like, hey, we really need somebody to make this E.T. or this alien.
Even though E.T. scares the shit out of some kids.
Yeah, including
E.T.'s
me.
ugly, man.
He's hideous. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Looks like a bull sack with flipping legs.
Are you talking about Stone Cold E.T.? Is that what he's talking about? You
Yeah.
ever seen that? That's a great skit. Stone Cold E.T. Oh man. Again, early days of YouTube. What a time to be alive.
Lived
But-
through it all.
And which one did he make first? Did he make E.T. first, or did he make Third Kind first?
Jeez, I forget now. I was gonna say Third Kind
E.T.
was
for
first.
Sure, no?
I was thinking.
yeah. Excuse me.
I can't look it up right now, but
Quex is probably already doing it, and
Yeah.
if I spend the time to look it up, he'll answer it when I'm just
Yeah,
typing in the first word.
yeah, yeah. E.T. was
So-
first. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Taser.
no.
And that kind of goes into the point. He made that alien movie, and then the government was like, "Listen,
So, what was wrong? Who said they wanted to say Third Kind first? That was done in 77.
when was E.T.?"
And in E.T. 82.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
so
years
Third
later.
Kind was. I thought
Third
Yeah,
Kind
it was
was
first.
first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So Third Kind was first. That's interesting. Because Third Kind seems maybe it's not, but it seems like the movie that's more disclosure-ish than E.T.
The only movie that gets me is the body condom.
What?
Oh, Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky.
Have you ever watched his interview on Joe Rogan?
No.
Dude, it is intense. That's one of the best cases. No, you're good, Mateus. You're good. But that's one of the best cases for alien abductions, I think there is. Like, because he wasn't just the only witness. they had put a few of his friends in jail who were in the truck with him because they were loggers, I believe. They were loggers, and they'd been working all day. They were driving down the mountain. They saw this light in the sky. He gets out, gets fucking zapped by this thing. They drive off freaking out. He's missing for like 5 days. So they report it to the police. They all tell the same story. And then the cops start thinking they killed him. And then he shows up like 5 days later at this gas station.
Are you allowed to play clips, or will you get copyrighted for it?
We could probably play it.
All right, here.
I mean, we don't have any strikes, so one won't hurt.
Let me do this. Share screen. Window. Sorry.
I think I've
this
seen that
one.
clip too, Shelly. She was saying James Fox said that was the closest to reality.
Let me know when it's up.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Let
All
me know audio too. Be prepared.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that. Dude. Oh, God. Not the goop.
Bruh.
Travis Walton. Yep, thank you.
Ah.
Okay, that's enough.
No, we're getting to the best part. This part.
Oh.
Oh, God.
We won't show though, because I don't want to for inappropriate
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Oh my God! Even with the expression on his face, why?
Dude, and what year was this movie?
93.
93, man. They did a great job with these aliens. Gen X said some of the same characters from The Hills have eyes.
Where is it?
Dude, this movie used to freak
Fire
me
in the
out.
skies.
Fire in the Sky. And the terrifying part is it's one of the most documented cases.
It's the most what?
This is one of the most
Yeah, you get the
documented
point.
cases. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Fire in the Sky.
No, not after, Shelly. I had it before, and then I came back and saw what it is. But my mouth is still watering at the taste.
Dude.
Yep.
Yeah, Travis
Yep.
Walton. Thank you, Mateus. He's the guy who got abducted and went through that shit. Go watch some of his interviews. It is
Oh shit! What's his name?
terrifying. Travis Walton.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yep. He did a interview with Joe Rogan. That's a good one. It's a couple hours long too. He also has a book, I believe, too. That's a terrifying case. And also, dude, how do you? Those are not good guys. Maybe there's different species out there, but those guys are no benefit to us.
Yeah, no, those guys, they need to be segregated.
Yeah.
They need to
cannot
piss off from now.
We need to be blowing those things out of the sky.
Yeah. I remember that. I was young when I saw that. And that body
Joe Rogan's
condom scene.
definitely a lizard that does jiu-jitsu.
Joe Rogan's a lizard. Yeah, he's also like 5'2". Don't know how true it is.
He's not 5'2".
Okay,
I promise you that.
He's small. He's like 4'11". He's a real small guy.
This is another K incident. No, he's actually 3'2".
Yeah, I saw an incident. I saw a report. He's like 4'6". It's crazy. Except they didn't see him.
Allegedly, His profile say 5'8", but he's 5'6" apparently.
You owe me an
Apparently.
apology.
You said 5'4" or
I said
5'2" or something.
5'6". I said 5'6".
Didn't you say? Oh, whatever. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He did say
Thank you.
both. He did say both.
I don't
Okay.
know. I'm pretty sure.
I
said
choose
5'6".
to listen to when he's wrong. That makes me happy.
Matthias said he said they didn't see malevolent, just mechanical. That's
Yeah, just there. That would freak me out even more, though. I think.
yeah, because where the hell's the thing controlling them? You know, that's like I don't.
Yeah.
That's my thing. But that's been reported a lot. Is that these grays are not. What's the word I'm looking for? But they're not like.
Isn't that
conscious.
legally? Don't you get a handicap plate when you're 4'11"?
I think you're legally a midget. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
There's some height. Maybe it's smaller. Yeah,
Put the
K's
4 and the
actually
5
4
the wrong
foot.
way around.
K's 4'4", by the way.
Yeah.
4'4".
Don't.
Yeah,
Don't
that
listen to
5's a
the-
typo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she messed it up there, but she's 4'4". But going back to the whole malevolent or the mechanical thing, that's been reported a lot with the grays, is that they're worker bees, basically. Like they're not running, they're not here by themselves. They're some people even said like clones or mechanical, like those are terms that are thrown out there a lot.
Well, that's why AI would create a life form like that, and it's true. And people have talked about it before. Excuse me. That how good would humans be at a lot of things if we didn't have feeling? If we like feelings, we didn't, feel pain. We didn't get mad, sad, happy. We just did our tasks. I mean, we'd be
Sure,
robots, organic robots. So
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like you're human at that point, right?
yeah, well, of course, but it's
It's
I'm saying because even the Virginia thing, like it didn't act like it was in pain. It just sat there and like when the doctor just sat there.
Yeah,
and looked
and
at
then
me.
and then it died and stunk up the place so bad they had to tear it down. What the hell's that?
He shit the
But how
bed.
do we know that it never felt pain though?
We don't, but I'm
That's
just
true.
saying, like, as an evolutionary trait for something that is, or something that is built or programmed, like an organic machine. Yeah, you don't like, and it goes into like 40K, Jay. You like 40K, like the Astartes, not really supposed to feel anything, emotion, and like not supposed to get scared, which they do because that's part of the storyline. They have some levels of it, but
Yeah, but they're freaks. You don't want
yeah,
people like
wouldn't
that.
an alien be a freak?
Exactly. They've got to be segregated. You don't want those people running around society. They're just different types of freaks.
To me personally, when it comes to abductions, like the ones that I hear, for example, I can't remember this guy's name yet. I'll try to find it in a sec. But he claims he was abducted. There wasn't really any kind of like elaborate procedure that he's like, they did this, and this to me. But he came back and he had shit implanted in him that isn't from this planet.
Well,
That
yeah,
to
that's like
me
the
would seem
dark
more
skies
likely
thing.
to be done by an alien.
Yeah.
And where there's been talks of government doing certain things,
Oh, welcome
If they
back, Kingsley.
can-
Nice to see you, brother.
clone people or make flipping prosthetic marks, like 7 of them for Joe Biden. How many do you think they could make for aliens and do the exact same thing? Whereas
Yeah.
they would have to be more mechanical because they're not as advanced.
And I don't remember. Oh man, now I'm gonna have to go on a hunt. I don't remember the documentary I was watching, but the person had claimed it was some doctor who got real interested in stuff to have removed like dozens of implants. And then sometimes they said you couldn't remove them because it seemed like when you would get close to them, they would move
Mm-hmm.
these implants.
That's
And-
that's Dark Skies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember, like it's basically like a tag. Once you have it, they might come and get you. You don't know when. They might not
Dude,
come and get you.
Oh my gosh. When you say that, it just rings demonic. Like that just sounds like poltergeist activity. It's attached to you. Like that's, dude, Dark Skies, Insidious. that's the same shit, but different
yeah,
things.
like
You know,
dark
they put it in
skies.
your face.
What am I saying? Why am I possession, like a demonic
Yes.
possession? Because they're just kind of like, it seems how they portray it there is that like they just come in and out like a ghost, or
Yep.
you know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember the 2024 Miami Mall incident.
Yeah.
Which, dude, that one's crazy too, because we never, and maybe they had it on lock, but there was never any camera footage that come out of that. But remember all the police cars there?
Yeah, and that's even like a bomb case or a shooter, active shooter. They're not going to pull all those cars there like that. You know what I mean? Like one the team's going to come in, and yeah, a mall is big, but you only have so many entrances to lock down.
Yeah, and I think the justification was there was a bunch of teens fighting, which is crazy. Crazy justification.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
while
I
we're
remember that,
on-
Matthias.
while we're on the poltergeist, demon, UFO connection,
That show's
want-
awesome, Shelley.
I want to
Sorry,
show
go ahead.
this one. This is a exorcist for the Catholic Church. He did an interview on Sean Ryan. This is not from there,
Yeah.
but it's a very interesting interview if you go watch it. It's all about exorcism, and it's pretty disturbing but interesting at the same time. But he said the same thing in the Sean Ryan podcast. He's talking about how sometimes these demons, when he's doing these exorcisms, will manifest and they look like what is described as great.
Are some exorcists that report specific facts. This is what they've seen, and it's consistent. It's not the type of thing that you realize that's just particular to that case or that exorcist is out of his mind. You start to hear this thing and it becomes somewhat consistent across certain kinds of cases worldwide, not just here. And here's the facts. There are times during sessions of possession where the demons will actually manifest as what they call grays. These are demons portraying themselves, and they literally will morph looking like an alien. They claim, these grays, they claim that they are not angels or humans and that they are neither good nor bad. But the fact is that they say that this is who we actually are. Now, the reason I never see this is they know I'm not going to buy it, so they're not going to go down that path. When you talk to the guys that have actually kind of, oh, this is what happened, and there's these grays, there's these new beings we didn't know about, you're just like, dude, you got sucked down a rabbit hole.
Here's my only thing to that, and I've said this before. I don't know if I've said it on the show. What if, arguably like the demon in a possession was like inside your head kind of, and it's just that's a newer, more closer to home to most people, that aliens are scary, grays are scary.
Yes,
so it's like, why not portray something and say, oh, I'm this to try to break you down.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be, or it could be. I'm just putting that forward. Yeah,
I think that's what he is alluding to, is that they're taking that man like that form for that reason. He kind of said it to confuse people, but also like that is a known fear. Like that is something.
And it's closer to home than other things of old. Back 1,000 years ago, whatever. People were probably scared of certain animals more,
Yeah.
And other things, sickness, disease. Nowadays, that's more closer to home than, disease, animals, stuff like that.
I did think it was interesting, though, when he said they were saying they're not good or bad, because you do hear that coming out of the whole UFO community, though, too. So that does
we are the same.
Yeah, it kind of lines up there.
Yeah.
I thought that.
But you see, the same in a literal sense, I can understand why no. But if you think of coming from the same creator, and you think about, in particular, the giants and that they got basically cursed to be bodiless spirits.
Mm-hmm.
What if that's just what they are? They ain't human, but they ain't angels.
Maybe, dude. Like, I don't know. Shelley said, if demons over aliens, I feel like they would want to discredit you. And when people mention alien, others say they're crazy. That's true to some extent, but I feel like that's gone away a lot in recent history. I almost think the crazy ones are the people who are completely closed-minded to aliens. At least in America.
Yeah, well, and that's where I think, and we've talked about this before, is sorry that the church won't accept aliens, and that's where I think maybe it was get on the same page where, you know, you can say,
yeah,
true or not, that they're just demons, you know, they're sent down from, you know, and we can relate, you know, Jesus and all this stuff. We had read it when we had the first files that came out. One guy that was giving lectures on aliens, and, you know, why go see someone? So it's kind of leads you into that, like, why were they investigating this guy?
Yeah, he knew something.
He goes through the whole, like, creation story, Jesus, like, in that it was aliens, and, like, it was just Adam came first, and it was just like men or whatever, and that the whole thing. I'm not going to get it all.
To bring up female species, and
and they found that the male species had already been procreating with what was here on Earth.
Dogs.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing with that was from the 50s, wasn't it?
That was from 50. I think it was 63 or something.
Okay.
But yeah, and they said that's why Mary came with Jesus, was because they came and saw everyone was messing around. They dropped off Mary because she was already pregnant, and she gave birth, and that's how she, you know, the Immaculate Conception, whatever. She gave birth to Jesus, and Jesus was more pure-blooded to the aliens, so he did have these like powers, so to speak. It was interesting. It's we can maybe pull it up, but
that's wild in 2026. Imagine hearing that in 1963.
Yeah.
Dude. Gen X said Brazil released a bunch of UFO videos.
Over the years. I don't think they've done any recently.
That's funny. That would explain my Aunt Debbie.
I could be wrong, though.
I don't know. I don't want to look any up and risk blowing up my internet.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, is that for me, if that whole narrative is we need to disclose aliens are real, they created us, God ain't real, the only way they could do that and keep control is to demonize all of them.
Yeah.
And to make everyone scared of. I'm not going to say that there's no bad ones, because I highly doubt that. But I highly doubt that they're all bad.
But what is controls? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't.
Well, if they don't demonize them and they're like, look, aliens are real, they created us, then what the fuck do we need you governments for then? Furthermore, everything you've been telling us is a lie. Why should we trust anything else you say? But then if they want to keep that control of the people and they make them fearful of all aliens, then you're still dependent on them.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. And then too, if they do use this to say it's the creation story, all religions are, you know, false. Like, what's something some of these control structures have done over the years? They separate state and religion. Get rid of religion. Everyone's, you know, we've seen it happen before. So who's to say I'm not saying it's this, you know, but who's to say there's some grander scheme, like one world government type thing that's, we can use this to push that religion is fake, and we can separate us from religion. Yeah. And now
they're just going to twist it into a new religion and be like, look, this is the truth. Everyone needs to follow this.
Yeah. Trump is Jesus, remember?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just certain people's messiah.
Yeah. But shit, I lost my train of thought. What were you saying? Can you just give me a brief rundown of what you just said? I had something important to say, but
we were saying the separation of state and church and
yeah. If you come out and they said like all religions were fake, then I could see a point to where you get where people like, so there's nothing after this. I'm just dead. There's no other place where I go to for eternity. There's not this moral compass. So what's stopping me from just going out here and doing whatever the fuck I want?
Yeah, I get that too, but they probably have something planned for that, you know.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know what. I haven't put enough thought into it. You know what I mean? But
this is what God is. He ain't really told you the truth. This is what it is. These are the ones that created us.
Yeah. Mateus, he brought up an interesting point. He said that's why they did the psychedelic movement in the 60s, created a mainstream plant, Charles Manson, and then blamed LSD that makes you kill and join cults. Ban psychedelics, no more LSD. Yep.
Well, there's big work on shrooms, so we're making progress. LSD is tough. I think LSD is could be very dangerous. You know what I mean? But
Shelley, I think the satanic panic was real. At least in America, I think it was real, and there was a lot of legit stuff happening. Especially when you look
they pushed that too in where I was from, the Bridgewater Triangle and stuff, where there's
the Finders Call, like all that shit. There's some disturbing shit when you really look into it. Not just the Finders case, the Franklin scandal. The guy who looked into those, the former FBI. We're getting a little off topic here, but he's a former FBI researcher, and the school where it was happening. I can't remember if it was the Franklin scandal. It was the Franklin scandal where it happened. They said, you're good. They said that there was official investigation that there was no tunnels. The kids were all just making up this story where all these little kids were telling the same story, but they said it was all made up, that a lot of these elites were involved with it, doing these terrible things. And then this independent guy, this ex-FBI guy, is actually looking into it. He comes out of pocket with a couple other people to use, I can't remember what technology was, LiDAR or something, and to scan around the school. And sure enough, they found evidence that there was tunnels, that these kids weren't lying. Kingsley said Satan is the scapegoat for bad humans. I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely people who use it to justify bad humans. Like, at the end of the day, they're just terrible people. Like,
something I do find interesting though, yeah. I'll send you the clip as well. You don't have to play it, but you can do. It's a 3-minute clip, but it's mainly like the first minute. It's this Satanist, ex-Satanist. To be specific, was an ex-satanic church leader at a point. If I remember right, it was in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And he was basically saying that the agenda that they work towards changes every 7 years. And
say that again?
Next time it's the agenda that these satanic churches or cults work towards changes every 7 years. And then the next one is next year, 2027. And in this clip, he's basically mentioning the things that we were talking about. That there's going to be a summit, they're going to have meetings, they're going to talk about a world religion or one religion, talking about trying to unite everyone under this new thing. I don't know. For me, it just speaks out end times and fucking antichrist shit.
Dude, I completely agree. I'm pulling it up right now. Sorry, I'm listening to you. I'm trying to pull it up. But what did they say in the chat? Sorry, Kinsley. I'm an idiot. I didn't understand what you meant. I'm a moron. Mateus said the connection between satanic secret societies, upper levels of the military is terrifying. Yes. Who's that one major? That was like in the 80s who was connected with Anton LaVey. I can't remember his name. but he was like a major or something in the Army, stayed in the Army. There was a bunch of reports about him, you know, being abusive and shit like that. And I don't think anything ever happened with the guy. I can't think of his name right now, but let's watch this clip that Quack's pull it up real quick, full screen, then we'll hit play. Just let me know if it's jacked up at all. Ponte, anything you want to add before we play this?
No, I was listening. You got it.
The current agenda that's kind of active or being pushed until 2027 before it gets reviewed again, has a point on it about Christianity and churches, and it says, divided they will fall, united they will stand, but divided they will fall. And you can look at this recording in 2027, what I'm saying now. There's going to be a summit on world religion, and they're going to get 20 representatives of each religion, of each world religion to come together and say why their religion, firstly, what it stands for and why it should be considered. From that 20 Christian leaders that's going to be summoned, not one of them will agree on what the true gospel of Jesus Christ is. Therefore, it will not be considered, because they will say you can't even agree on what your religion is. So Christianity will become illegal. It will become illegal to advertise services on buildings. It will be illegal to preach the gospel in public. It will be illegal to pray in public because of that. And it's because of this division that is happening. And Satanists who are pushing this satanic agenda are very much aware of this.
Crazy. So what you're telling me right now is this is in the playbooks right now. This is the ball is rolling on this.
Yes. Because remember,
involved, the satanic church is involved.
Because remember, just over 3 years ago, I was involved in Satanism. I was the leader of a satanic organization. I saw this satanic agenda with my own eyes. I was in meetings discussing the satanic agenda with other satanic organizations around the world. So every 9 years it gets updated. So I'm just aware of the one that's being pushed now up to 2027. I don't know what the agenda is after that, but what I've seen with my own eyes and the online conferences that I've been in with other satanic leaders, this is what's going on at the moment. When I said when I left Satanism in May 2022, when I left Satanism, I said, and I have a recording of it, I said that in 2025, people will be arrested on the street for praying for other people. People will be prosecuted for being Christians in Europe. I say that because I saw it on the agenda. It wasn't a prophecy or that I saw the future. It was because I knew what was on the agenda. And people thought I was insane. So I'm saying today that in 2027, there's going to be a one world religion that will be the acceptable and the only religion around the world that will be legal, and it's not going to be Christianity.
Whoa.
What do you see happening today?
Dude, that is wild.
That's a 6-month-old clip.
That is wild, dude. What is the name of that channel? That is Metanoia. METANOIA. Anybody wants to go check that out? They have the full. It's episode 26, the Jesus People podcast. I'm gonna have to go watch that.
I just I don't mean to sidetrack. No, I can. If I remember it, I'll ask later.
Which one will it be? Are you asking which
one?
Which one will be the new world religion? To me, it's pretty obvious.
I think it'll be a new one. I think it'll be some conglomeration, listen, this hasn't worked.
But it's literally what he says is already happening. It's starting to happen. People are starting to get arrested and moved because they're not allowed to preach and do this and that. Government's already talking to religious leaders like, yo, look, we need you to come and talk to your peoples.
That's what I was going to say, is it kind of lines up with what we're hearing about the government gathering up all these pastors and stuff about this UFO stuff. But maybe it is the UFO disclosure. but something has got to happen before you can come out in, let's just say, a year, can come out and say, all right, we're all going to agree to this one world religion.
Yeah.
And maybe it is disclosure. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's going to be so flip everything on its head so much, but it's got to be fucking wild, dude.
And I
They
think
would
it's gotta
have to
move.
release
I
proof
think
of
like
it.
once it does happen, it has to move quick.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like they don't have time to, and that's going to be the scary part. Like it's going to be like when it happens, everything's going to go really quick. Because if they let it wait too long, people are going to just, you know, not alter their beliefs, but learn to live with it in their belief structure type thing.
Yeah. Kinsley, are you asking about which religion it'll be? They said a new one. They said a new one. And that's probably the right answer. Like it, I don't know. From what that guy said though, it's like they're gonna choose. They're gonna choose one of the existing ones.
It did sound like that. That
Mhm.
they're like everyone's, but no, he's saying that Christianity does that. Every religion does that.
What's that?
Every of the big three, they are, there's a bunch of different sects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all religions have a bunch of different sects.
That's true.
So-
And they're varying in belief. Even Islam, as much
Yeah.
as they don't like to admit it, there's various differences in the different Qurans and the scriptures that they have and the recitations and everything. There's different beliefs on the hadith. So even down to them, it's like no one really agrees on one absolute version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think they're a lot more stern on it too. If you just look at the conflicts they have between each other, you don't really see that in Christianity anymore. In the past, of course, it was a thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not so much anymore. But I think he is right that Christianity is the most divided.
Yeah. There's like what 40,000 different denominations because now it's got to the point everyone just they add their own little interpretation and feed into it, and that's it. You got a new branch of Christianity because this is what agrees with me.
Yeah, and they're not. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is what is Christianity? Are we throwing Mormons in as Christian? I think a lot of people would, but it's something like they have their own special books. Like it's one of those things they've just added on to it. So as far as that goes, I could completely see him being right about the Christians not being able to agree. If you grabbed a Mormon, a Catholic, an evangelicist,
Sounds like
And
the start of a
Orthodox.
joke.
and an Orthodox, they're not going to agree at all.
And then throw a Jehovah's Witness in there to be funny.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
Are all sitting in a bar.
Bro.
Kinsey
Yeah, I
said
don't.
he thinks the pyramids hold the clue.
They,
haven't-
they definitely have the answers to something. in my
Dude, there's
opinion.
something down there. There's something down there.
And they recently did. Is it one of the ones in Indonesia? They did a scan of another ancient temple, and they found something similar. This massive underground section that was never found, and I wish I had saved it or sent it to. Didn't I? I might. Let me look it up. But anyways, go ahead.
No, I mean, the pyramid thing is like, it's one of those things. It's like, okay, why are we not focused on this? They've done multiple tests now that have showed that there are these massive pillars underneath, and then underneath them, there's these huge blocks that are bigger than the pyramids. Like, okay, can we get somebody down there? Like, you can't tell me we don't have the technology. Why is this?
It's all the bureaucracy. Everyone's waiting to get their pockets lined. Everyone says, "No, you can't do this until you pay me 10 million." No, well, I don't want you to do that. You know.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a second. What does Egypt have that we couldn't just, that everybody could just sanction the shit out of them? Be like, okay, we need to we're going down here and figuring this shit out.
They'll destroy the pyramids.
We'll just blow them up. We'll just blow them
Yeah,
up.
like, fuck it. You don't think you're coming over here? You gotta get on a plane, mate. We'll be done before you get here.
It's the Kailasa temple.
You just made that up.
It's I don't know what that is.
But that's the temple. That's the pyramid in Indonesia where they found something
Oh,
similar.
I don't know.
Temple.
Kailasa temple, yeah, they do. However you say it.
Kailasa.
Yeah, they did underground scans there now too.
In that
They
India
must-
though, that's in India.
Oh, in
Lower
India. I wasn't sure where it was, to be honest. But and they found a big like whole underground section off to the side.
But
So
you see things like this year. How the hell did these lot carve this shit out of a flipping mountain?
There's no way.
And the shit houses that we're building now.
Yeah.
well, so in the theory too, people have said, sorry, not on that, but the theory that people have said about the pyramids, like the Great Pyramids, were that they were like conduits, like free
Mhm.
energy. So maybe that's why they're not going down there, because it is 0 point energy. Like it was some system used to generate electricity, and that's why they put gold on the tip of them for wireless energy type stuff.
Are these other countries just stupid though?
Like the Ark of the Covenant being gold and apparently the pyramid having a cap.
Yeah, like the gold cap, and then when people look at like the structure and the main room, because they say we've never found bodies there, that
Yeah.
like water was used to cool, and there's like all these passages that don't.
Hey, what's up,
What's up,
Biff?
Biff?
Oh,
No,
before I mentioned this thing from Mateus, there was something Billy Carson did mention that I found interesting. Is that apparently they found like traces of hydrogen in certain chambers that lead upwards and outwards of the pyramid. But then he went on to say that you could use hydrogen to transmit data. And there's
What?
ways you can do that. So
That's
if
crazy.
that's crazy if that, for example, if that was something that they was doing back then.
What'd Mateus say?
About the magnetic shift, and yes, it would cause biblical flooding, but
Oh, I didn't know that. The CIA bought the rights to a man's book. I gotta look into that.
yeah.
To the sticky note.
Yeah,
All
Billy
right.
Carson gets some things right.
Some things. Some things.
Just not
Then
that
he gets-
interview with Wes Huff.
Yeah, yeah, that one where he got cooked by that guy.
He got fried. He was not ready.
Yeah, I do agree with that, Mateus, that we have had past civilizations. And part of me thinks that.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet one of them's in
One of them's what?
Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes into like Atlantis.
Maybe they
You know.
survived it.
Why are religious leaders going down there? There's no Catholics down there. There's no
This is what I'm
Orthodox
telling
down
you,
there.
yeah. And then you go
Understand.
to. So, this is what's always intrigued me with Antarctica, because there's things that I've read and seen before that claim that, well, they say that Hitler claimed that Antarctica has 3 entrances or exits. And once you go beyond these, there's other pieces of land. And something someone said the other day, which I've heard it before, but not like this, is when they refer to inner Earth and what they sometimes call Agartha. The way it's described, you assume that it's going to be underground or inside the Earth. But the way this person was explaining is that if you go through these exits in Antarctica, you then go on to where these other people are, or beings, not necessarily people.
It made me think of that too. Sorry, but you'll probably know the answer because the train of thought we're on. But the continent with the highest average elevation, Antarctica, and it's
Antarctica.
9,000 average elevation. And so the thing I had seen about it was like, well, the ice wall type thing.
Yeah.
That it like this is, the lowest elevation is, I forget where, it's like just Australia is the lowest elevation, but the highest, which I never knew, like an average of 9,000. That's like
That's
that whole place is
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's planes that
that's
don't
almost
even fly
2
that high.
miles high. Like I never would have guessed that.
No, they're definitely lying though. Because that do you remember when I was messing around trying to make that flight tracker shit when we was looking at that, just messing about, yeah?
Yeah.
I was trying to find out why Antarctica's image is so old and crappy. And there's certain parts of Antarctica where you zoom in, you can actually see names of certain parts of it, and then it just turns into a white square.
Yeah, they
It's
block
like
out
they-
a lot of Antarctica.
Mhm.
Black
And
Forest, there's a
allegedly,
few of them
it's
too.
because it's expensive to get up-to-date imagery of Antarctica.
No,
Complete BS.
because most satellites are
Mhm.
a polar orbit. So they actually rotate around our poles this way. Why they do that is because the Earth is spinning under them. So it's the way they can
Okay.
view everything on Earth. Right? Like if it's going not polar, you're stuck over that strip of land. But if you're doing polar after enough
Oh, okay,
revolutions
okay.
of the Earth in that
You get
polar
the whole
orbit,
thing.
you see everything. And so why are they saying it's hard when these are imagery satellites and they're
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure they're in polar orbit.
They get
So they're
everything except the North and South Pole.
but they're flying over them.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
because
my
they don't
point.
they don't allow imagery. Like if you look at some of the satellite like things like Google Earth, like there's a
Mhm.
bunch of places on Earth that are blacked out because you're not
Yeah.
allowed to see them. Black Forest has a few, and like Black Forest, and that's Russia. But yeah, the Pope did go. Right? Was
Where?
it the Pope or was it some
Ki-
cardinal or something?
Kinsley was talking about the pyramids. He was talking about the pyramids. He said I had never heard of any well-known religious leaders went to check out the pyramids.
Yeah.
Oh
Pope
no, yeah, we
Francis.
were talking about Antarctica, Kinsley.
We were talking
Pope
about Antarctica.
Francis has visited the pyramids
Oh, he has.
and a couple others. That's just the name I
Another
remember.
interesting thing is I believe somebody can fact check me on this, but I know for sure Napoleon Bonaparte went to the pyramids. But I'm pretty sure somebody can fact check me. I'm pretty sure Hitler did too.
I don't know. It would make no. He definitely did.
I'm pretty
I
pretty
feel like,
sure.
yeah.
I know for a fact Napoleon Bonaparte did, which is if
Malcolm
both of
X
them
had some profound things, like how he thought on a lot of religion. He was the one that spoke out against or Judaism, right? Malcolm X.
and he
was?
got shot.
Yeah.
Not surprised there.
Yeah. Not surprised.
No, I don't think
Antarctica.
Hitler. Apparently, Hitler never went to Egypt.
Okay. Well, I made that up. I'm sorry. But
Weren't
Bonaparte
the
did.
Germans in North Africa?
They were,
They,
but
Or
well, they
probably
never
high-
went to the pyramids.
yeah.
They never went to the pyramids. Sorry,
Yeah.
I should be
Okay.
specific. They
Adrian.
might have, but Hitler himself didn't visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah. They always have.
Well, and then you go into the Bolsheviks. You have
Yeah.
And
90% of the
I think
Bolshevik
that's
party
the-
was
yeah. I think that may be what he's referring to is
yeah.
Bolsheviks
But-
were a big deal back in the day.
Yep.
Even in
Who were
the
they
UK,
who were they killing?
Bolshevik movement in the UK, and they were
Oh, sure, there was fascism movements, dude.
Yeah.
There was an American socialist party.
but yeah.
There was Hitler Youth in America. Like that's just the way it was back
There's no rules.
then. Yeah, that's the way it was. Prime Minister Stammer. That sounds like some UK stuff. Gross. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Hitler was certain. Yeah, there's big talks. There's been more talks in some of the wasn't it? It's some of the Congress people that go into these skiffs and that they're coming like they're looking into stargates that supposedly they have them and they just have them running and people are sitting there observing and watching these things come out like some wild shit.
Yeah, and that is the interesting thing is there's a couple documentaries you can find about Hitler and how deep he was into the occult. And I don't remember ever watching anything or reading anything about why he was. That's almost more interesting to me is why he was so interested than him being interested in it and sending all these people. Like what had this dude so invested that he was sending people to the Himalayas, sending these people to all over the world to look for this occultic stuff. The Thrill Society. That's it right there. Yep. Yep. Thank you, Quex.
So good.
Thal and Brill. That's it.
Yeah.
Matea said Antarctica was in a different location before the Earth's axis flipped. We know civilization started in warm areas, yep, where agriculture can thrive. So maybe Antarctica is the main hub.
And it would make sense. A flood wouldn't, if an average elevation of 9,000 feet, a flood wouldn't affect such location as much as it would anywhere else. But I mean, then you also have like, which isn't a theory, it's a scientific fact. We have you know, tectonic plates, and everything is still moving, and everything has been moving for so long, and yeah, there's that too. But who's to say in an axis shift that the plates move differently?
Okay. Flex had to step away for a second. The Secret King. All right. Added to the list. Added to the sticky note. There's too much to read. I have so many books. I just got a book on the CIA overthrowing some government. That sounds interesting.
Well, that's like don't I have it right here?
Adrian said, by the way, thanks for stopping by, Adrian. There's more than one arch. A lot of people, and I don't know how much I buy. A lot of people say that that's one of the reasons we went into Iraq.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people say that. And then you hear stuff about the Tomb of Gilgamesh and stuff. I don't know how much I buy. I buy into that more than I do the Stargate thing, because the Stargate thing, here's the thing. A lot of that has been justified by this audio of military radios where you hear somebody say, Stargate 6, this is Stargate 7. That, no, you're not thinking right. That's call signs, dude. That's call signs.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't know that lingo, but to me, that's call signs. That's not
Go 6, this is Go 7.
Exactly.
Fuck, I had something to say, but I forget now.
I know I have never been to Iraq. Never been there.
You were at Kuwait.
Yeah, but that's not Iraq. It's close, but it's not there. We had some guides go up there, but they didn't do anything. They just sat up there like a month.
Yeah, they were guarding the Ark.
Yeah, they were guarding the Ark and playing volleyball. That's what they do in their free time when they're not guarding the Stargate.
They just didn't know they were guarding the Stargate. All right. Yeah. Presence is a big thing.
Look, I'm all on board for Iraq having a Stargate. My only thing is why'd we wait so long? I would find it hard to believe that we just found it out in, you could say 2001, but even if you went back and say we tried to do it in the first Gulf War, I feel like we would have known about it before then too. Maybe. But if you talk about a global flood, like we're just finding this shit out about.
We also had a big part in making Adolf the leader of Iraq. So who's to say it doesn't go back further? They said we can put this guy in power.
And that's another convenient fact, Adrian, is ISIS destroyed more tablets. Yep. ISIS was over there destroying a lot of shit that didn't make sense to destroy. Like just a lot of ancient stuff over there. Why were they doing that? Who did ISIS never attack? Oh, I'm sure it's not the I country, not Iran. The other one. I'm sure it's not them.
Not them, no.
Yeah. Well, they don't want us to have the information, or they don't want us to have this technologies. I think that's what you get.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay. Cool. I got you. Trying to stay on the same page, but it's a little tough. Oh, dude, Tesla. There's too many coincidences with Tesla. Who's the guy they sent in there to take Tesla's stuff to organize it and go through it and see what he was working on?
Oh yeah,
Donald Trump's uncle. What are the odds of that?
And then you have the what's the book about Barron Trump?
Yeah. Which is that authentic and real?
I'm pretty sure that's a real something of Barron, the Adventures of Barron Trump,
Yeah.
something.
Just so many secrets. I don't know how they can disappear scientists and probably countless whistleblowers, and we do nothing as a species. I don't know, man. I think it's just because they got us locked down, honestly. Like, I think everybody's so. There's no freedom of movement. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey.
how much is that? How much is a copy of that? There's got to be a PDF version. There's got to be.
Yeah, you can the Baron Trump collection, Travels and Adventures of Baron Trump on Amazon. You can get it for $15.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I have enough books to buy and read. I have, oh God, I have so much to read. Shelley said Tesla started the whole free energy thing with the pyramids with his theories, and I think that's true. I think Tesla's technology was hijacked. That's probably where.
Well, he also had wireless energy, and that's
Yeah.
that's an actual real thing. Like,
dude, that shit. It's to me, my brain. I'm too stupid. It seems just like hardwired mysticism. Like it's hardwired magic. Like I can't comprehend it. You know what I'm saying? But to like my brain, I can't comprehend wireless charging. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like that's just hardwired magic to at that point, basically. Like my pea brain doesn't understand it. You're muted.
I was yelling witch. Sorry.
I'm being for real, dude. Some of this shit, I'm just like, I don't understand how this works. Even this, like, how am I talking to you right now? Like, I really don't understand how it works.
Well, also, didn't Tesla start having lucid dreams? And he said that all of his ideas were like given to him in his dreams, like pretty much put into his head. I'm
I feel like I've
on
heard.
that, but
I feel like I've
yeah.
heard that before. But
Yeah.
I think you see that with a lot of.
Yeah, that's just your big ass brain working, dude.
I think you see that with a lot of people who are like incredibly inventive and creative. Like they get wrote off as crazy. Shelley said I sound like her grandmother.
By how you're talking about not understanding.
Yeah. I know.
I hope your grandmother doesn't sound like JD.
That would not be good. Baghdad battery. Oh, have you ever heard of the Baghdad battery?
Yeah.
It's like billions of years old, but it's this. They look at it's this functioning battery. Like, how do you explain that? That's not a rock. That's or like
not
these,
a rock.
Where is it in the world that those round stones are? Like the perfectly round stones. Like, how do you explain that? There's nothing perfectly round in nature.
No, but there's close to it from like certain river stones and glacial stones have been known to be pretty, not always, but can be rounded, but perfectly round, like the stuff that they measure. And even in some of these old like buildings, like the exactness to what things are measured is crazy. Like to the amount you would have to pay like a construction company to do some of these things is ungodly in today's numbers, you know?
Yeah. And then some of the materials they were using, like the
mountain.
pyramids. Going back to the pyramids. You can't.
I remember the Jetsons, yeah.
What's up? Oh, with the cell phone and the video chat. I don't remember the Jetsons too much. I remember watching it, but I don't remember too much about it.
But yeah, I don't know. I think there's so much out there that is protected, probably for like why. And I understand, well, historical sites, but there's plenty of historical sites that are close to the age of the pyramids that people can go into.
Yeah.
And you can like, you know what I mean? But you can't go
There's
in there.
nothing there.
Yeah.
That's why.
Because someone once said that we've never pulled a body out of the pyramids.
No,
like
and I didn't know that.
Mummies and everything never came from the pyramids themselves.
And I didn't know that.
When the Wi-Fi said it recently on Tucker's interview.
Yeah, it was on Tucker.
That's
Carlson.
where I heard it. Yeah.
But yeah, that guy said we've never actually pulled a mummy out of the Great Pyramids.
Oh, they haven't.
Nope.
The
did not-
dimensional sarcophagus don't even match up, right?
Yeah,
which is it's
Crazy.
it's
and
wild.
when you think of it that way, it does make that they're hiding something. It's all to
Yeah,
keep something
because
buried. It's yeah.
what do
But
we
even
learn
deeper
as
than that.
kids? My bad. Go ahead, Quex.
I was probably gonna get into the same thing you was about to say. Ever since I was a kid, even in films like The Mummy, what do they show you? Always cursed. The tombs are cursed. They carry curses. They protect their tombs with curse. Don't go in there. You got so they instill that fear so that you don't even want to go in there and look.
Well, that also came from King Tut's curse, where a lot of the people who were excavating King Tut's tomb, there was a lot of shit in real life, like people that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
so
I think that's
But
propaganda.
This goes
like-
way back. Yeah,
But,
I
like,
do
I'll-
personally.
That's all. I think that's propaganda. A lot of people died building the Hoover Dam too. You know. Like,
Yeah.
it's just construction at the time. They didn't
It
have
was
OSHA
not
running.
safe.
Yeah, they
look.
didn't have OSHA running around.
If they never found a body in a sarcophagus, why would he have a tomb in there? Because they weren't keeping bodies there.
No. Yeah, that's what they. And then there's another one that I had seen. I forget, something with a crack in one of the
Or was it a giant body?
sarcophagus or whatever is, which in I forget what Great Pyramid.
Exactly the first.
But they were talking about radiation sickness. Yeah, they were talking about. I forget now. I'm not even going to go into it because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But it's something with the energy production, like there's this crack, whatever, that lines up with the theory that they're going into how like things were going through these passages, water and electricity and all that stuff.
It's like kinetic electricity or some shit.
Yeah. And maybe that too. Like, what if those big things underneath were some kind of nuclear energy and it is radiation sickness? Like,
I think
they
they'll
s-
destroy underneath the pyramids before they let us down there to see what that is.
they'll just bury it under red tape. It'll
Right.
just be, we can't do it. It's it's a global site. We can't risk digging down there. We can't, it'll
We need somebody to remote view down there. That's what.
Yeah, and then get flipping
their head
your soul
explodes as
kidnapped.
soon as they go there.
Get your spirit kidnapped, and then one
Listen.
of those motherfuckers come and takes over your body and starts running around your living room chasing your chickens, Jay.
I like the exploding head one better. Actually, no, someone chasing
Fuck no.
Yeah,
chasing Jay's chickens are better.
there's a remote viewer here. They're fucking with me. But if they can remote view the crucifixion of Christ, and they can remote view Mars a million years in the past, allegedly, then we need some. They've probably already done it. Like, let's just be honest. They've already done it. They know what all this shit is, and that's the whole thing. Is somebody knows this answer. There's nothing in this world that I think is actually hidden and undiscovered.
It's
At this point.
yeah, I would
Well,
agree.
think about it. All the people that say they remote view and say you can't do these kind of things because there's people blocking you. These people will do this. You could risk this. How did they know that? You've clearly tried it at some
Yeah,
point.
dude.
Yeah. Well, they talk about, like they've tried to go places even in Russia, I believe, and there's just guards that are probably other
Yeah.
remote viewers that are
Yes,
like,
that's what it
"No,"
is.
and then kick you back to your body. That's what one of the things they say happens. Like you're just, whoa, okay.
Yeah, and,
And
that's
that
when
whole
one of them will
thing, if
say they
it's
can
true,
kidnap
is
your shit,
crazy.
hold your
Yeah.
soul hostage, or hold your consciousness hostage. I don't even know what they're holding hostage. All I know is you can get trapped.
Yeah, dude. That
You
shit.
just fall into a coma.
The
Can you
remote
imagine?
viewing thing is freaky because there's
Yeah.
no way that's bullshit. It's used by too many. I mean, they've used it in missing people's cases and it's been effective. The
Yeah.
military was clearly using it. You know,
I think
like,
it goes back to my thing that I've said before, the vegetable body, that we used to have access to it. And we have, I think maybe by direction, have been forced to evolve away from it, not to use it. But some people obviously still can. You know what I mean?
Mateus, I love your comment. He said 40K psychers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens to them actually, is we just use them to keep we used them to keep Joe Biden alive. He was the God Emperor. We had to sacrifice 10,000 remote viewers a day to keep them alive.
Just cooking in their chairs.
Yeah. Yeah. which he was kind of like a corpse, so it adds up. A lot of people are probably like, "What the fuck are they talking?"
40K is
what are these
nerd stuff.
Even 40K, they're probably like, "What are they talking? 40K, what?" It's a nerd game. It's a nerd.
Their books are great though.
Yeah.
No, I was about to tell him Ponte will understand this, but you guys already started responding, so.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm stretching my leg. Oh. It's all just, we want answers. Will
That
we
we'll
ever
never
get them?
get.
No. Yep.
Probably
No.
not. Oh, we will. It's just not the answers we want.
I want to, like, I would like to meet one and be like, all right, I want you to text me like 3 days from now and tell me exactly what I'm doing. Just,
Well, some of them will teach you how to do it.
And then like 3 days from then I get a text. They're like, you're sitting on the toilet taking a poop. I'll be like, what?
I gave Ponte the was either the files or the way you could get them for what's this thing called?
What to learn to remote?
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, yep.
The teachers the same. The teachers, it actually shows you how to do a lot. They go through a lot in that.
I need that. But here's my thing though.
Link, I'll send it.
Yeah, it's true.
The telepathy tapes are crazy, dude.
Yeah,
are crazy. But my thing is like, I feel like if you as an individual, like I want to try it for sure. But like if I could pay somebody to teach me and it wasn't absorbed like some ridiculous price, I probably would. But I feel like if the government catches you remote viewing, like fuck it, let's go check out whatever. The Pentagon. Like they probably have an office of remote viewers in the Pentagon that's just like secure. And they're gonna come to your house. Like, what were you doing here?
Your house, they're gonna visit you in your dreams.
Yeah. And then that brings up the thing is, what can they do? Like, could you legally charge me with a crime if I, with my brain magic, invade the Pentagon?
No, but they could fuck with your brain.
Yeah, they probably just shut it off.
Probably just cook you in a discombobulator through your window.
With the psychers and with if they had some kind of amplification. And, in the White House, like you said, or the Pentagon, they're just like strapped in chairs with these amplifiers in their head and stuff. And you go in there and they just blow your head up, or like they cause you to just.
I just had an interesting thought. I wonder if military skiffs account for this.
For psychers, I'm sure they do.
Or
psychers.
Remote viewers.
Yeah, I'm sure there's if this is completely real, which I think there is some reality behind it. There's guards. There's people that their job is in skiffs in everything around the president. There's probably dudes, who just are in the area and are guards and can sense. It's an energy thing. Like, who's to say you even have to see walls? If you get good enough, you can just open everything up and you can just see the people, their energy source there. But then you can see other remote viewers coming from everywhere. You know what I mean? And you know how to bounce them out.
What the fuck? You think they get in like fucking brain fights?
Just
like they get in combat with each other?
I was going to say psycher again. Remote viewing ninjas.
Yeah. Your third eye opens wide with psychedelics. I know, but I'm a coward.
Psychedelics are awesome. Well, I want to do DMT. I don't really believe in LSD. Is too synthetic and there's too much possibility to mess yourself up. But mushrooms, big fan. I'm actually going to try to grow my own soon.
If I could do it with the right people, I would. But I don't trust Mr. P. He would set me up.
No, I would not. I am a great shaman.
He's not a trustworthy source.
I told you the story.
With Ponte.
I told you the story why I was called Wizard when.
I wouldn't trust him with remote viewing.
No,
yeah, I would mess with you guys.
He would use it on armor just to find out where you are, so he can come and shoot you and steal your pants in game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he already does that. It's kind of
Is that, yeah.
some Inception shit. Yes, like that's exactly what it is. And dude, Inception, man. What another great fucking.
Maybe if that's very
and maybe
real
that's
too.
what it is.
And you see why some of these people, why they say, you know, the actions they took doesn't match up with them. Like when they kill someone or whatever, they just wake up one day, sleeper cell type shit.
Yes, man. And you see that so much a lot of times with these shooters or whatever. It's like we said it before. It's going to sound crazy when I say it, but it's like somebody took control of them. It's like somebody takes control and they go do this crazy thing and they had no control over themselves.
Yep. Or it's just a complete change in thought. It's not even they have control and they're just a different person. Bam, you just wake up.
I think that's the same thing though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm not saying like somebody remote control them, but somebody,
yeah,
whatever it is, frequencies, remote viewing.
And
whatever.
that shit scares me.
That's
scary.
There's an interview someone done with a pastor in America that I showed you a clip of, and he was talking about an exorcism he witnessed, or not an exorcism. It was a possession. And
yes, yeah.
He kept saying he was trying to cast this demon out in the name of Jesus, and
it was
he basically told him
yeah.
that's not gonna work with me. I'm not a demon.
Oh fuck!
And he told him I'm human, so it was a human possession, which leads me back to the remote viewing and getting trapped. What if they can do that to somebody whose mind isn't trapped? What the fuck can they do if they catch you slipping and spying on their facility? Can't even English no more. Bloody hell. They're coming from you already.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's one of
You're
those.
toast.
No, it's
I gotta go.
It's one of those things too. Is like part of me is like, are we supposed to be there? You know?
Be there. What do you mean? Are we supposed to be there?
Like accessing that. Like, is there other shit there? You know?
I'm sure there is. Like I'm sure there is, and I firmly believe we used to. It used to be a common thing.
I agree with that too,
and that's why there was more, interaction with gods and with this because people had access to this more freely. So it's obvious. It would make sense that people have more run-in with God or with spiritual entities and the likes, and getting visions. The burning bush, stuff like that. It would make sense, and that's why we've grown away from that, and it, as I've always said, seems kind of by design. Like they keep you on media, they keep you in movies, they keep you doing everything, pumping you, like Matthias said, of microplastics.
To the environment.
Exactly.
Cities, lights, frequencies, radio waves, buildings, noise. It just that everyone that goes back to nature, that you come back feeling better because you're away from all that crap.
Which, by the way, I'm going camping this weekend, so
hell yeah. Awesome.
Shouldn't have an issue with the stream on Friday, but we might need to go a little earlier. But I'm not too sure yet. But we're planning on camping.
Is it just you and Bear, or
no?
Everyone?
It's the whole gig. It's the whole thing.
Nice. So, like actual camping or like a camper?
No, actual camping.
Oh, nice. Good.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Shelly. That's why I brought it up. It brought me back to Insidious 2, because that's their whole thing. And Insidious is they're astral projecting, and there's these demons in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
the doorway and stuff,
in that role.
Like I used to mess with it, and as much as I messed with it, and I think I got pretty far, I kind of believe in it, but at the same time, like I could also believe it's just lucid dreaming, because a lot of it is like I'm still pretty good at, like I don't sleep well, so when I'm going to sleep, I sometimes like rotate like a thought, and I know doing that I will go into a dream of what I was intentionally thinking on. And you know, one thing I was never, when I was messing with it, I was never, even if I slept like hours, I never was fully rested. And just had a somewhat scary incident, and I just kind of stopped. But yeah,
But it
again,
takes a lot of energy. You
yeah,
do feel like you don't get proper
Well,
relax. It
'cause-
don't seem like it does, but it's
Yeah.
very draining.
your body gets rest, your mind
Mhm.
doesn't, because your
Yep.
mind never goes to sleep.
That's the thing. Once you start messing with all of that, the first thing anybody that tells you about it that's serious is you need to protect yourself. You need to take things
Yeah.
seriously. That don't think it's a joke. There's things there that can harm you
Well,
in
that's
many
like the
different ways.
intentions, and
Mhm.
and that kind of goes into why people say there's power in prayer, and there's all
Yeah.
this stuff is like you're setting an intention, like you can't harm me, like I'm not coming in here to get an attachment. I'm not like, and it's keeping that in your mind because it is kind of like an altered state, whether it's dreaming, whatever. But setting intentions goes through a lot of things, right? Even like an exorcism,
Exactly,
you see it,
Matthias.
and yeah, you go through a lot of things, and even in life, like what do they call them? Like when you say, you know, wake up in the morning, you know, I'm good, I'm a good person, blah blah blah.
Affirmation.
Affirmations is just kind is very similar to that, where you know,
Yeah.
kind of everything is energy, and
There's definitely
To me, I
something
was
to that.
like Ponte as well. At first, I thought it was that just focusing on certain intentions creates that dream or experience that you have. But for me personally, there's a couple things that what I've seen when I was there, or who I've seen, I should say, and confirmed it with them after. Considering this person was in a different country and out in the evening, the things I saw I should never have known.
yeah.
So that one for me is that, well, basically, I was in a room and I was with my friends, and I walked over to a window, and through this window, I was looking into a club, and there was 4 people at the table, one of them being my partner at the time. And I was able to recall all their positions at the table, who was next to who, and who what was wearing what. And the picture that was shown by her after literally confirmed everything that I said. She's like, "How the fuck do you know that?"
That's
Like,
wild.
that for me was like, yeah. But I think I
Yeah.
got sleep paralysis once. And then the same person told me, "Oh, you know when that happens, it's a demon sitting on your chest." So I never fucked with that shit for a long while.
Well,
Yeah,
there is some to that
Is it
sleep
chilly?
paralysis shit.
Yeah.
My wife struggles with it, or does sometimes.
Has she
if
ever
she's-
seen like shadows?
Yeah, and like I've gotten like, well, I will know because like I can tell she's like through breathing, and it's like a bad dream is one thing, but I can kind of tell when she's, you know, wake up because it freaks me out.
Yeah, I've only had it one time, but it was
It's
scary.
not nice.
It was very scary because I saw something standing in my doorway.
You want to know
Yeah.
something? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, I was pretty much done. I was saying, then I just like I fell back asleep. I woke up
I
the
thought
next
I
day
was
like,
gonna
what
die.
the fuck?
I had-
My room was dark, and I tried to call for my dog. Don't know what my little fucking staffy was gonna do to help me, but no words came out. No, all I heard was a, that's the only noise I could make.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
deja vu
okay,
too. Yeah,
I'm gonna die. And I think I started hyperventilating and just got myself out of it.
yeah. When I was in the barracks, that happened to me once. Same thing. There was something standing in front of me and off to my side, and I was trying like with all my might, and I woke up yelling, and my roommate was like, "What the fuck?" I woke, "Get the fuck away from me!" But my scary talk being a kid. Sometimes my mom would have like bad dreams, a reoccurring like that. A demon was chasing her, and in her sleep, she would sing the Hail Mary.
Oh shit!
Like you could hear it like
Oh,
through the walls.
shit.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Oh, that gave me goosebumps.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That gave me. I'm not sleeping
Oh,
tonight. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine, you know, in the room on the other side of the wall, you hear that in the middle of the night, like, oh fuck.
Dude, there's
That's why if
something.
people having bad dreams or whatever, I wake them up. Like, I ain't dealing with that.
Because there's something to that to where it can come real. I hope Gen X is still in the chat. He's probably watching the game. I don't want to get the person wrong, but I believe it was his best friend. He had a reoccurring dream that he was getting chased by a bear. He was getting chased by a bear, and it kept happening. And finally, it got to the point to where he would always run into the house, but the bear finally caught up to him, and it like met him at the door, and then said, "Tomorrow I'm going to get you." And then the next day he had the dream, and the bear, like as he's running through the door, jumps up behind him. He says it's like slobbering on his back, and he wakes up and his back is just like completely soaked.
Fucking
Oh,
hell. Yeah, it's
Hopefully-
definitely Kinsey.
yeah.
I think it would have to for us to experience whatever dreams are and astral projection. I think it would have to be detached from this body because there's so much going on here that would limit us in a sense. I think.
And yeah, just the crazy shit like he's talking about, you know, Matthias deja vu, like all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like
Have you
it all
guys-
kind of points towards the same thing, and a lot of that I think is spiritual. Like a lot of people see. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was going to ask you, have you guys ever, I've had this happen to me twice. Have you ever had somebody answer something that you were thinking? I know that sounds weird. Hopefully I work.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. One person.
I've had it happen to me twice, and it was the same scenario. Somebody was walking towards me, and I was thinking, you know, going through the conversation, I'm going to say, hello, how are you doing? And, oh, it was you. It was you, Gen X. Okay. He's here. I'm sorry. Hopefully I didn't butcher that story. I wanted to get it right. But hopefully I got it right. Hopefully I didn't mess it up or anything. But anyways, twice it's happened to me to where somebody's been walking towards me, and I was thinking like I'm going to say hello to this person, like, hey, how's it going? And they've answered me before I've said it, and they said, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
where I think it is kind of innate, and sometimes just depending on brain state, depending on everything, that's why things like that happens, right? Like that you don't have full-time access to this, and it could just be a blip, it could just be a whatever, but things like that happen. And you know, we have the mother-child thing, we have the twins thing,
Yep.
you know, like that obviously they are have more connection to that person.
People on the spectrum.
People, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just it goes, yeah.
Yeah, Shelley said the brain is mad. Yep, 100%. And like you said, that it seems to be the biggest thing we've lost control over. I don't know if that's probably not the best way to say that, but
No, I think that's right. But look,
Yeah,
like
Shelley,
you, for example,
I get that, yeah.
that scenario you just described, that could have just been, for example, like your environment. You in that moment, you might have just been a bit more open in a sense that you're all aware that you were able to not necessarily pick up on anything, but you was putting that out, and
Yeah.
they picked up on it.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it ain't been like a random person like that. It's been like of someone that I'm seeing. Well, the last person I was with her, there's multiple times where I will be thinking something and she'll do the same thing. She'll just answer. And it's like, yo, cut that shit out.
Mhm.
Like, at least let me flipping say it first. Or there'll be other times I will hear her say something, but I might not hear the words, but I hear her say something. I'm like, what did you say? She said, I didn't say anything. I'll mention a few of the words that I could make out, or it sounds like she's like, well, I was thinking this, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But so in that sense, I think a bond with someone as well can also open that up to you with that person.
100%. I've said that before between me and Mr. P. There's one time I remember specifically I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I was like, I wonder how he's doing. And as
Yeah.
I picked up my phone, and no kidding, I had it open to text him, and I get a text from him right then. I was like, "What the fuck is that, dude?" Like,
Yeah.
That used to happen when we were
that's just
younger,
where
though.
like
Like with the
Huh?
radio. So that used to happen like even when we were younger. Like you think of a song and the next song that comes on the radio is the fucking one that you literally just thought of in your brain.
yeah. Yeah,
yeah, you
that's it.
can't you can control and it's gone into my thing where I think college was and what it's turned into is yes, we do need to train people for certain careers. I get that, but I think the bigger thing is turned into a debt machine, and it's turned in
Yeah,
getting
teach you
people
how to be obedient.
and getting people locked into the system. Here's the system. Like
Mhm.
very few schools or in anything, actual colleges teach you really too much of free thinking, and actually does like spiritualism, even if it's not religion. You know what I mean? Like intuition, stuff like that. Like
That's like I was taking a course, and it was an intro to biology, and one of the questions I had to answer was I don't remember the exact wordings, but it was like, is evolution 100% correct? It was something to where evolution was unquestioned. And I was like, okay, like you're just trying to convince people that like this official narrative that you guys know that you don't fully understand is 100% the correct answer. Like shit like that happens all the time. My brother, he had a professor who wanted him to write a report from a certain perspective, and he wrote something different, and they gave him a shitty grade, gave him the opportunity to rewrite it. So he rewrote it to fit her narrative, and coincidentally, he gets a perfect grade. Like that shit happens all the time, dude.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%. They program us. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
100% what the education system is. It's programmed.
I mean, not even just the education system, media, everything,
yeah.
everything that we take in on a daily basis has some motive, whether it's programming or money, but whatever. It's we're and the big thing is consumption. Biggest thing is we're programmed to consume. And what does that drive? That drives you to work. That drives you all the consume drives all that other stuff now has to happen.
Yep.
And then, like we've talked about in the past, then now what if we get into social credit and stuff like that? Now that's going to program you. Then you don't need religion with social credit. Oh, you can't buy a steak this week because you did this. You spoke badly about someone because we can hear everything, or you had an interaction with someone and you didn't do, you weren't kind. Then there it is. There's your thing without religion to drive and program people to do what's right because you take things away from them.
Maybe,
Yeah.
or you just it's just do what the government says. Tell you,
Do you know what's crazy though?
Go ahead.
So it's only because Ponte mentioned the social credit. So in 2012, there was an anime that ran for one season only called Psycho Pass. And the weird thing about this year is it's like an algorithm for society that decides your worth, your risk, how valuable you are, if you're a problem, if you're good or whatnot, innit? But this came out in 2012, which was 2 years before even China introduced social credit to their country. This was before it was a globally fucking known thing.
Well, also insurance companies have been doing it for years. Like life insurance, all that stuff is your risk potential for certain things, and but I didn't know about that, Quex.
Yeah,
but it makes sense. It only had one, and then Black Mirror did it too.
Out quick.
You remember the Black Mirror episode where it was all social credit? Yeah.
It's all just predictive
crazy
programming.
to get ratings.
I believe that shit. I believe in predictive programming. I think they use it all the time.
But they've trained everyone for it already. Because social media, everyone's fighting for likes and comments and all of this shit. It's the same thing.
By the way, please like.
Yeah, you gotta like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the carbon footprint. I mean,
Yeah.
that's another thing too. It's ridiculous. A tax to breathe, basically, is what it is. You breathe too much.
If it's proven you're an overall waste of oxygen,
I'm not
dead.
gonna lie. If it gets to the point where they start fucking charging or restricting oxygen and water, just take me, man.
Yeah.
Well, what's that other movie too? That's The Time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Time. It's called Time.
Is it, okay.
Yeah, it's
That
called
your
Time.
bank account is how much you have left to
Mhm.
live. Like
Everything costs
Or
time
is it-
rather than
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Mateus said Europe is definitely falling down the Green New Deal path, unfortunately.
Yeah. it
Well, I
sucks.
also wanted
It's the whole world.
Shelly over there is the whole thing that what was it, last night or something? Did you see anything of that, or did it
Oh, the
affect
stuff in
you
Ireland.
in
With the-
any way?
With the riots
Yeah.
and stuff in Ireland.
Yeah. I think it was one particular. It was
Was it
in
Glasgow?
Northern Ireland. Was
I
it
think they
Glasgow?
said. The Glasgow's Scotland.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. Sure. Hopefully Shelly didn't hear you say Glasgow's in Ireland, but I think it was
I didn't say
Belfast.
that. I didn't say that.
Belfast. Yeah. It was yeah.
Okay, Belfast. Okay. Okay.
She's like, that doesn't affect me. Them Northern Irish people are different anyways.
Oh, here we go. I'm sorry.
Werewolf story.
Oh yeah. My Mark was the gentleman's name. Yeah.
He is dealing with
I-
werewolves too. I'm never
no.
coming up to Ohio
He-
again.
he
So,
he didn't live in Ohio. This was ironically, Gen X can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which is where the Mothman
Oh, just as bad.
story is coming.
Yeah.
Closer to you, Ponte.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
not quite. It's what's 12 hours for me or something.
Okay, Shelly. Shelly said Jay is broadcasting from Toronto right now. Okay, I was right about that. Yeah, he lived in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which is, if you're
Yeah.
the famous Mothman story. That's where it's
Mothman's,
from. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't remember the werewolf story though. I don't.
Yep, won't go there. No need to go
Nope.
there.
Where was that again? Ohio. No, West Virginia.
That's
West
West
Virginia,
Virginia. Yeah.
All right.
Happened.
So North Dakota, because it's cold as fuck, and West Virginia, I need to stay away from. Go ahead.
You're probably better off just staying away from Appalachia in general.
That's another one. Too.
Yeah, then you have to deal with people like Jay. So
I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
Let's say this, man.
Oh, Ty, our friend Ty would love Bigfoot. Oh, well, we talk about Bigfoot all the time.
I think Bigfoot's real. And werewolves. Like, there's just too many sightings of that shit.
I'm perfectly fine with there being Bigfoot, but werewolves,
No,
especially if how they're portrayed to be in movies and stuff. No, man.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, I don't
Unless
want 'em
it's
to
like
be
the
real.
Bigfoot in Primal. It was a B-rated movie, and that Bigfoot rapes and kills people.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I said the word.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Family friendly show. It's okay. Dogman. Yes, exactly. Dogman. I don't know. I feel like they're the same thing, just different names. Kind of like Sasquatch and Bigfoot.
Well, the thing I'm concerned with, Wendigo and rakes. No, thank you.
Appalachia.
If a rake comes at me, I'm blasting.
No, dude, I'm concerned about all of it. I don't want to see any of it. Like I said, I would like to see a Bigfoot from like 500 meters away, but that's as
Yeah.
close as I want to see it.
500 is good for me.
But then I would still be freaked out. Like, what if I'm looking at, because I'd have to be looking through binoculars or something, and I look at it and it's staring right back at me. I would do that.
Drive.
I would
I hope I have a car.
Maybe that's what Bigfoot's doing when we hear about them being able to like mind speak and stuff. Maybe they're astral projecting. And that's why the government protects them. Maybe that's what's happening. But we're at 2 hours. Probably a good spot to end it.
Yeah.
Let's put this in the chat real quick. What do you guys want to talk about Friday? What should we talk about Friday? Because if you let me choose every show, we're just going to talk about Israel or aliens. That's basically going to be the two topics. So put some stuff in the chat. If we can get some sense of an agreement, we'll do it. I don't know. I can't do. I don't know how to do polls. I'm technologically illiterate. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Matthias. Yeah. Which is, and you mentioned that earlier. You know, we die off. Someone finds one of our nuclear reactors, doesn't know what it is, and that site's cursed because they're shitting out their intestines.
Okay, we got Giants. Giants could be a dope episode. Giants would be fun because I like.
Would be a good one.
Okay, Gen X has got the story here, so let's go through this. He was out walking his dog at night. His dog was deaf and blind. Okay, I remember this story now. The dog's hair stood up and started growling. He looked over, and about 30 yards from him was a werewolf-looking creature that was crouched. I remember this story. It was crouched down, was over 6 feet tall, crouched down.
I'm shooting. If I go to jail, I'll be like, well, he shouldn't be growling at me when I'm walking with my dog in the middle of the night. Like,
and he's fucking crouched at 6 foot tall.
And the dog is deaf and blind.
Animals are so. I told you the story when my dog shot up in bed and did the same thing. She wasn't deaf and blind, and then my door handle.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that story, Gen X. I appreciate it. I would have butchered it.
Crazy.
Thank you. Okay, we can do the Giants. Shelly said Illuminati.
That's her suggestion.
Yeah. I know. I was reading.
Oh, okay.
Shelly said Illuminati, just New World Order in general. Well, we talk about Israel all
the time. There he goes. That's an old dog.
Yeah.
I mean, we could with 2 hours.
Secret societies is good.
We can do it. We just
we could do both. Because 2 hours. I mean, I guess, but us, we're gonna get sidetracked.
Secret societies and occultism. That could be fun too. We have a lot. We got a lot of giant comments and more.
I guess some shit from the Dead Sea Scrolls maybe, where they specifically speak.
All right. Here's. Can we do a poll in Discord?
Yeah, I don't know if Kinsley's over there, and
okay. Let me drop the link real quick. Here's what we'll do, just so we can get people to vote on it, because I know we got people saying stuff a couple times. I don't want to. What we'll do.
We can also line stuff up too.
Yeah. And it's not like we're not going to touch on stuff. It's just we do like to have somewhat of a game plan. So there's the link to the Discord. If you go in there, we will figure out. We'll put a poll in there here soon. Looks like my freaking power's about to go out, but we'll put a poll in there. So far, we got Giants, occultism. What else do we got?
Illuminati, New World Order.
Okay. All right.
We'll like that. And it helps having time too.
No one's touching you. But we'll put those in there, and then if we can think of any others, we'll add them in there. So you guys just hop in there. If you don't want to stick around, you don't got to stick around. But we'll put everything we've seen so far in there. And then we appreciate everybody who's watching. We got 12 viewers right now. We've
And I think what we're going to start to do too, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. We do appreciate, oh yeah, your power. Is I think we'll start posting all of like the links that we put in our, like the our link Dropbox somewhere for people to, yeah, that's why I think we should wrap it up.
there's a fucking astral traveler here.
You just see his eyes roll back in his head.
Yeah.
I'm hanging up
Just-
so fucking fast.
Just to give you guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 articles that we didn't even get to tonight. So we do get a little off topic, but we will start posting all the links in there too. I'll post the ones from the night.
Yeah,
But-
that we go through. Yeah.
Yeah. And what we didn't make it to. But that's it for tonight, guys. We'll see you guys Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time in America.
Oh, well, it might be a little earlier.
Might be a little earlier, but it probably shouldn't be. We'll let you
Okay.
guys know. If it is, I'll make a shorter some. So make sure to hit the bell icon. That way you guys know.
It's also in our Discord too, usually.
Okay. All right. Till next time, guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Later. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. We should.